Mr. Madeleine, the concern in some quarters is that talking about ranching will be changing the lifestyle of a people that's the lifestyle they've known all their lives. That's on one side. Then the other suggestion about cattle colonies. What do you think? Would that be the solution instead of the outright ranching?
No, the colony signifies nations that are not thinking beyond their nose. Why would we want to talk about the semantics? Shows that we are not being sensitive to the plight of what has happened here. What is colony? Where in the world have you seen people practicing ranch colony here? Now, a man, everybody has got his lifestyle. So are we going to say now, because our fathers trekked from Afikpo to come to buy albasa in Sokoto, that means that will be since it is the lifestyle of my grandfather, that means I should follow the same way here. Things have evolved. It is awful to see a Fulani man carry telephone, listen to radio. 666 transistor radios are sold every day between Kano, Katsina, and Kaduna. He's informed. He wants to rest. He wants to pass on, to a new generation, a modern way of cattle ranching, not for children, not for his own children to trek from Umahia or from Sokoto to say they are going to sell a cow in Ojigbo market and all that. It makes no sense. We need to, I am also feeling the fact that the herdsmen in Nigeria, the Fulanis, have been neglected for a very long time. The business is not profitable. Do you know that an average cow takes about 33 liters of water daily? In most cases, he has to pay for this water when he even goes to the market here. Because we have not have a responsible ministry that should look into the lives and the pattern and bring in technology to this here. Most of these herdsmen today have telephone. Can you imagine a man trekking from Sokoto to go to Mahia or go to Abia or go to Transamadi to sell a cow? Yes, he's going on the road. He has a telephone in his ear, a sophisticated technology. You don't need to convince this man that today we should think smart, not working hard. Thinking smart is entirely different from working hard. Okay, so leadership is all about getting your people to understand that the world has moved on. There are nowhere in the world, even the Messiahs in Kenya no longer move that long distance, moving from Kenya to Ethiopia and all that there. Things have changed. So we are talking about, and then all you need is synthesization. How do you let the man know that the very moment cows don't go for a very long distance here, you earn more in milk, you earn more in fattening the cows. As of today, it takes almost 142 days to take a cow from a zero weight to a new weight. And it is not profitable. Because if you look at what it takes you to raise cattle on this, our old method here, then you find out that you are wasting your time. And that's why some of them feel that going to the cattle market to dispose their cows is difficult. It costs 480,000 naira to move cattle from Megeteri, which is in Jigawa, to Mile 12. Then if it takes it there, it costs about 15,000 naira to move one cow. This amount of money matters. Then we have all the cardiac points where these cows come in from our neighboring country. They are not our cows. They come in all the way from Senegal, Gambia, Mali, Burkina Faso, and they find their way to Taraba. Some find their way to Sokoto. Some find their way to Kebbi. And when they come here, because Nigeria is the highest cattle consumption point in the whole of Africa, Lagos State alone is consuming 212 trucks of cow every single month. A truck is 30 cows. If it is Boloro, if it is White Fulani, it takes 35. If it is Sokoto Gudali, it takes 29. Again, there is a threat that the population of our cows are diminishing.
Mr. Badian,
we need to introduce artificial insemination. Admiral Mutali Ngako, who owns one of the biggest cattle ranch in the northeast, in Adamawa, do not take his cows outside. The president do not take his cows. They don't go out grazing. You provide them feed in those areas here. This man came up with a program of AI, artificial inseminations here, but it was not followed up. It was supposed to be done to increase our population rather than waiting for a bull to climb a cow, so that we can even change the looks of our own cow. These are the responsibilities that have been left by the Ministry of Agric, never lived up to that responsibility, and this is what it has brought to the table. Once a man begins to feel scarcity of resources, aggression comes into it here. He no longer considers his neighbors as life. And today, This crisis is not only here. We lost people in Nsuka, Opi, Iharimoni. This last year, we lost people all over the country. Niger State, there is no peace. Ekwara, there is crisis.
Mr. Madlian, what's your views to subsidizing each cow?
Well, the subsidy, if you want to use the word subsidy, fine. But to me, it's all about we coming in to provide these things that are crisis. In Nigeria here, I am one person who believes that when we see challenges, we should convert them as an opportunity to move on our life and change the narratives here. Subsidy, yes, that also could come in here. Subsidies will come in into medication. Subsidies should come in into providing support programs to the man taking his cow to a bigger height in a very short period of time. Removing of tick, dehorning them when they need to be dehorned, and all that here. Separate, and at the same time bringing in our learned people in the institutions to know what it takes to change the looks of our cow. The world today are no longer parading these cows that we take here. Our cows are the worst looking cows in the world. The poverty triangle looks of white Fulani is an appalling. When you take it here, the carcass does not give you the required meat, looking at the cost and the number of years it has taken you to take it up to that point here. Today, as I speak to you, if you put it on a scale of business activities, no bank will want to finance cattle fattening. Why? Because it's still the market forces that determines the prices of the cow. But these are the things that the people in the Ministry of Agric must bring to the fore in the Executive Council where decisions are made. So that, and then you bring in professionals that will enlighten you on what to do. But these things are not done. As I speak with you today, what is the input of the Director of Livestock in the Ministry of Agric to this whole crisis? What is the solution? What you are showing here now is the cow that is called white Fulani. The only good thing about this cow is that the meat is tough. And it has high iron content because it treks from Sokoto to Ojigbo by road. We have no feelings, we have no respect for our livestock here.
When you look at
the same kind of cow in Netherlands, Simmental, Friesen, Brahman will give you 30 liters to 40 liters of milk a day, as against 1.1 liters of milk of our own cow.
What if you're looking at the different species of the cows? If you're looking at the Sokoto Gudali, the Red Bororo, for instance, apart from these ones we just saw, what would you say their production capacity is?
Very poor. You can't compare our cow with Friesen. A Friesen that is about 4 years delivers once every year. Our cows will deliver once every 4 years. Milk quality is low. The only good thing, while our tannery industries is still doing well, is that because our cow trek for a very long distance of time, when you buy the leather will stay for 17 years without going bad, even when you put it inside water. Because all his life he's been trekking. So that's the only good thing here. Meat quality is poor. Milk quality, poor here. In the scale of business here, it is poor because all the cows has been doing is been working. It is not being ticked. They don't take care of taking care of putting the ticks. You don't remove, you don't deworm them. 42% of the cows we eat in our market are diseased because nobody is checking when last did you put the antibiotics. You can't bring in a cow that you just inoculated with antibiotic to the abattoir. We don't have any veterinary unit in that abattoir to check the quality of our meat that is being sold to people. The only thing that is keeping us alive is that the system in which our wives are using in cooking this cow is what is helping us with the help of firewood here. So we heat it and we heat whatever anything that is inside here. But for how long will we continue doing this? Look at what it has costed us.
Mr. Shadrach Madlian, very brilliant views. So much indeed. Thank you. I would like to also let you know that I would like to see situations whereby yourself and other farming clusters are able to, drum this up just so that the government is able to hear, especially the Minister of Agriculture, on the needs for some of the points that you raised. Mr. Shadrach Madlian, a farmer, thank you so much indeed for talking to us on Sunrise Daily.